Here we are here. Today is a new day. I am Nikki G, your host. Welcome to the Lone Doctrine, a safe space to bridge the gap between your authentic self and your mental health. We are your food for thought exploration station in order to make today better than yesterday. Hello, hello, hello. I am so happy to have you here. As always, every moment you choose your betterment is an awesome moment. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another week of the Lone Doctrine. We have been talking about the idea of focusing more on the gains than the gap, the solutions more than the problems, the good more than the bad. If you haven't, I invite you to listen to the last few episodes that we started the new year. And I very much encourage you to take on the challenges, the exercises, the tools, the trials, the errors that we kind of put out there because we are your connection exploration station, meaning we want to connect you to ideas and tools and thoughts that will help you get through the hard times, but also kind of boost the good times. Because the more we change our perspective, the better decisions we make, the better days we have, and we lessen the bad times, and we have more strength going into the real times. So, as we continue to move forward, we ended last month thinking and talking about this idea of contentment and peace rather than this pursuit of happiness. I feel, and I'm sure it's a very, very tricky subject with many, that the pursuit of happiness is causing a lot of people a lot of pain because it's this unrealistic expectation that we should be happy all the time, that we have to put on this happy face, that talking about the struggles we're going through, or even just saying we're having a hard day is taboo. And I really feel it's time to break that cycle. I feel that so many of us in our childhood were taught that feelings that may be construed to be on the negative side were weak. If we were sad, we were weak. If we were hurting, we were weak. If we couldn't solve problems, we were weak. If we were depressed, we were weak. If we have anxiety, we were weak. This idea has been drilled into our head, and it's not good, and it's not okay. And I really feel it actually takes more strength and courage to face those feelings. And the more we learn how to face those feelings, the more we understand those feelings, and the more, I'm going to say it one more time, feelings come and go because that's what they are. The more we understand that these feelings aren't our identity, these are things we're experiencing as human beings to get us through a situation or just correlated with a certain situation, the better off we'll be. Because sometimes it's just this ticking clock that's ready to burst when we continually suppress these emotions. They come out in unhealthy ways. They come out in anger. They project on our loved ones. All kinds of things can happen when we don't learn how to deal in a healthy way with all of our emotions, good and bad. So, the idea of this pursuit of happiness, of always being happy, is actually working against us. And the idea that happiness comes and goes is actually a good thing because we really wouldn't appreciate happiness without its counterpart. And that goes for a whole series of emotions. You can dive really, 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 really deep into that concept. But today, this month, I kind of want to work towards finding things that help us seek peace and contentment. And one of those things I feel has had the most healing power in my life is music. Now, you might be thinking, what the heck does music have to do with mental health? Well, it has a lot more than you may realize. I really feel that music isn't just healing, but it's a part of our everyday lives. It's correlated with core memories, whether they're good or bad sometimes. It allows us to tell stories. It allows us to push cultures in certain directions. It is the soundtrack to social movements. I literally could go on, and it may be a little biased because If you don't know, I am a musician and composer and have been born into a musical family and have been doing it literally my entire life and love it with an immeasurable passion. And I am on a mission because not only do I believe mental health is important, but I also believe in the healing power of music. But today, I don't want you to just hear about that from me. So I've actually searched around and I've gotten other people's perspectives, whether it be nurses, whether it be influencers, whether it be people who work in the horror and Halloween industry, whether it be chefs, whether it be other musicians, actresses. I found all of these wonderful people doing wonderful work in this world, and I asked them what music meant to them. So today, I want to share my perspective on music, and I also want to share theirs. So here we go. Hi, my name is Nikki G. I am a musician and a performer and a composer. And to say that music is life is quite literal in my life because I come from a family line of musicians spanning over the time of over 100 years. Music has brought so much into my life. It has brought healing, it's brought connection. It's been one of the most constant and committed relationships I've ever had. I've been able to travel the world and see how much music unites all walks of life and how much it can truly heal the world.
Hi, my name is Aurora. I am a music and theater maker who is currently going to Del Arte International School of Physical Theater up in Blue Lake in Humboldt, California. Music is everything to me. Rhythm especially, I think it brings like life into everything. I think rhythm and music are the foundation of my soul. And if they were to go anywhere, I don't think I would exist the way that I do currently. Yeah, I love music. I think it makes people happy. I think playing music together is an amazing therapeutic experience that can create community and empathy in ways that other practices cannot. I think it's a really healing and wonderful medium, and I'm privileged to be a part of it. And I think everybody deserves it all the time. That's all.
Music to me helps me relate to the world, and it helps me understand myself better and understand others. And I think that's what's so wonderful about it, is it's such an emotional thing. I can't tell you how many times I've, had a bad day and I just put in my headphones or on my way in traffic and I'm listening to songs and they just help me relieve stress and they help me just feel better. And I think that's the power of music, is that, that can go in so many different directions and it's just such a creative expression.
Music is a rhythmic map that guides me to connect to whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I wonder at the infinite vibrations of sound that resonate with a corresponding emotion within all of us. Whether we are moved by creating or receiving, music connects us all to the sound of living.
So, what does music mean to me? Being an independent creator on the internet and the horror industry, we literally use music to set that tone. I also use music to express the emotions that I'm feeling throughout the day. Music is life.
Music is sometimes hard to describe. I do initially think that music is poetry. It's magical, unlike any self-taught obsession that ignites the character in people. For myself, music has always acted as a guide through my life. And I don't think I could get through the ups and downs of every day without it. Definitely not. It's strange, though, to think that not everyone sees music that way or can hear words in an orchestra. But music does affect everyone regardless. That relationship between sound and emotion is unbinding. You can feel sad and put on Eddie Vedder and feel okay. You can feel angsty and put on Nirvana. If you're heartbroken, you can fall deep into the lyrics of Patsy Cline. In the end, music is necessary, and I feel so grateful to have it in my life.
What does music mean to me? Well, if you asked me, I would say music is life. And I know that's kind of abstract a term to use for music, but I can explain. So, have you ever had that one day where, say, nothing's going right? Maybe something really bad happened. Maybe you're just, you know, kind of sad. But you're at the mall, maybe you're grocery shopping, and then you hear that one song. That one song that just kind of summarizes everything that you're feeling internally. And you just say to yourself, wow, that's exactly what I was feeling. I really needed to hear this. And it doesn't have to be a sad moment either. I mean, you can always have the happy moments too, but that was just an example. What I really mean in short, I guess, by music is life is it's kind of that special gift that we kind of formed as human beings throughout the years that kind of externalizes those internal feelings and makes it a little bit easier for us to explain it to others. And we don't even need words. Sometimes it's just about the sounds and the beats. So yeah, music is life to me.
Something that seems so simple, music, has such significance in almost every single life on this earth. These were just a handful of people, and I hope that you go back and listen to this again. And I hope as you go throughout your days that you take the time to create a music list that's going to lift you up, to reflect upon the good times and the good songs that made you feel good, because music is a very, very, very powerful tool to keep us moving forward, to keep us in a positive state, and to keep us motivated when times are super tough. Music is just one of many, many tools, and there's actually scientific proof on how music heals. I'm actually going to leave a link in the bio to an album I wrote during the pandemic, specifically made with tones and frequencies that promote healing. I wrote it as everyone was in the scariest parts of the pandemic and we were all stuck at home because I felt that everybody needed that healing more than ever. So check out the link in the bio and come support us on patreon.com/Lone Doctrine, and let's keep fighting the good fight.